Political intrigues and breaking of ranks are just some of the things we witnessed in the Senate during the week. I'm Linda Akibe, and you're welcome to the Gavel. The controversy surrounding the amendment of the schedule for general elections in the country took a new dimension in the National Assembly during the week. Two lawmakers in the Senate have come under fire for disagreeing with the amendment, with one of them, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, is facing allegations of mismanagement of funds.
It was one drama after the other in the Senate during the week, largely a spillover from what occurred in the upper chamber on February 14th. 10 lawmakers spoke with journalists on February 14th, voicing strong disapproval over the amendment of Section 25 of the 2010 Electoral Act. The contentious amendment changes the election timetable produced by electoral body INEC and slates the National Assembly election on the first day, followed by the governorship and state houses of assembly elections on the following weekend, and the presidential election on the last day.
We are against what has happened. We stand by that. We're not the only ones here, but on the spur of this moment, where those of us who have just come out to talk to you are the ones you see before you. I do know, those of you who are following the debate in the chambers do know that we do have much bigger number than this who are not for what has just been passed. Incidentally, if you take note of the report that was laid, this report that was circulated, the chairman and the co-chair did not sign it. And there was a third senator who did not also sign. We have no reason for, we don't know why they didn't sign. Why the rush? I felt touched when the Senate President did say that what we're doing, yes, it's a matter of time. All of us here, we're a passing phase. So why do we want to do a bill? Why do we want to make a law to address just one particular problem at a particular time?
Targeted
person. This is a very partisan report.
I can tell you here today that we have 59 senators who are opposed to the inclusion of this Section 25 to the Electoral Act. 59 senators. You can take that to the bank.
Yes, you can stagger the election, but you have to look at the financial implications of such elections. So even if today you said the National Assembly election comes first, then what is the essence of us putting even the independent candidature in the first place? So if you are not comfortable like what Senator Ovi said, he came under the platform of Labour. So tomorrow you can stand as an independent candidature and win the election. But now we are having economic crisis in our hands, and instead of us to look at the welfare and well-being of our people, we are looking at selfish interests at the long run. Stay in any platform. If I'm destined to come back 2019, no man on earth can stop it. We should not, because we are privileged people that wants to stand to make laws for the good of our people, then we'll try to look at it other way, another way in.
But a lawmaker, Senator Dino Melaye, is offended by the statement made by his colleague, Senator Ovie Omoagege, at the news conference.
Mr. President, my brother and colleague, Senator Ovie Omoagege, addressed the media, and I saw it on channels and on NTA last week, where he said the decision taken by this Senate is targeted at Mr. President. I cannot be part of a group. I cannot be part of any group of persons. I swore an oath on the 9th of June 2015 with the Bible on my right hand and the Constitution of the Federal Republic on my left. And I swore that I was going to do good to all manner of men, including the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If decisions in this Senate is now being teleguided and targeted at any particular person, then that is no longer democracy. I want to ask that this statement was made by Ovie Omoagege, among other statements, that the Committee on Ethics and Privileges need to investigate this matter and find out if truly Our decision was made and targeted at Mr. President, among other issues raised by him.
I will simply refer the matter to the Ethics Committee to report back in 2 weeks. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Senator Ovie Omoagege is only one of the federal lawmakers strongly against the introduction of a schedule for general elections in the country, contained in the ongoing amendment of the 2010 Electoral Act. A lawmaker who faced the Ethics Committee previously for breach of privilege, Senator Ali Ndume, was suspended in March 2017 for 6 months, according to the recommendations of the committee.
Mr. President, I rise today.
But on Wednesday, February 21st, Senator Ovie Omoagege made a U-turn over the comments he made regarding the amendment of the 2010 Electoral Act.
Mr. President, in the course of that debate and subsequent to that debate, indeed subsequent to the passage, I did address the press at the press center. Mr. President, there were certain remarks that I made in the course of that press interview, which remarks my attention has been drawn to. It's offensive, not just to Senator Dino Melai, but indeed to the entire Senate. Mr. President, I rise today to apologize to the leadership and the entire Senate for that remark. Indeed, Mr. President, I take it back.
My view is that it takes courage for a man to say he's sorry. So in the circumstance, distinguished colleagues, especially so where the matter has already referred to the committee, what I suggest that the committee should quickly meet with him and then be able to have this matter, let's get the report as quickly as possible so that we're able to take a decision. So is that the wish of the Senate? Okay, thank you.